hope you like cats.
There are many other reasons to do events besides just the bottom line. As a shopper, this is one of the best events that I do all year.
Well, hello and welcome to Durham, North Carolina. We are here today for a pop-up market, the Patchwork Market here at the Durham Armory. Mama is here too for the day. So we have just unloaded the car, parked the car, and are about to head back in to set up for a full market day. So join us, will you? And we will meet you back inside. So let's get some fresh air before this event starts. We have set up inside, and I love doing indoor markets that have like a designated start time because you just have a lot more time to relax. There's no early birds, and like I appreciate everyone, but it's nice to be able to set up and then just take a breather and then get ready for the day. So this one is only a 4-hour market, and I don't do many 4-hour markets anymore, so it should be a quick one. Patchwork Market takes place 3 times a year. There's a spring market, a summer market, which is one we're at now, and a holiday market. And as you could see inside, a majority of the spaces are just a single table, and then around the perimeter, there are spaces for more. And I've done this several times over the years and just realized that I couldn't do it anymore with just one table. So I have a bigger space this time, which I've actually had for the past 2 holiday markets, and it's an 8 by 10 foot space, so it's a little more narrow than I'm used to with the tent, but everything fits. We just didn't bring our checkout stand. So we're using like the end of our table as the checkout stand, which is working out great because while I have plans to fill that table with a lot more products, I don't have enough to fill it right now. So that works out great. So it's 11:30, I think, now, and this starts at noon. So let's head back inside. We will have a little bit of lunch, so we'll be all ready to go. So the line is forming outside. I have about 5 minutes to go. I saw these across the way, and they had to be mine. How cute are these? From Nut Hatch Studio. Love all of her work so much. Yeah, all those cat toys have catnip and they crinkle too. Oh, okay.
We buy them every time.
You have a lot more new products today, the fridge magnets and bookmarks and notepads. Yeah, I have these as the fridge magnets and also as stickers too. Yeah, they're really strong magnets. All 4. Okay, a whole collection. Okay, and the bookmark. So the 4 fridge magnets and the bookmark are $36.55 with tax. Perfect, and I will text you the receipt. There you go, thank you so much. Little pool party sticker. So it's $4.30 with tax.
Do these have bells?
Yes, they either jingle, the jingle ones have the bells in them, or they crinkle. So it's whatever sound.
We need bells.
Yes, so this whole container is the bells. Okay. Birds. Yep, they're the most popular.
I saw it and I was like, no, you have plenty of kickers at home. You don't need more of them. Like I have one that's still in its packaging because they haven't destroyed their others. And then I was like, bells?
Bells, yeah, exactly. Okay, so they're $38.16 with tax.
Yeah, my mom was like, oh, is the cat vendor you like going to be there? I was like, Yes. I was like,
Yes.
I'm not going to get anything though.
And we have a big booth this time.
I
There you go. Well, thank you so much. Okay, you have the kicker?
Yep.
Okay, so it's $15.05 with tax. And I can take card, cash, or Apple Pay. Okay, and I'll give you this card too. If you scan the code there, you can go to our website and save 10% on your first order there. So thank you. Hi there. Hi. Good. Thank you. Hope you like cats. So, already restocking silver spookies and bat cats. And you said you didn't see your cat represented?
Well, we have two. And
Okay. Yeah, because I'm always expanding the collection, so. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that one would be an easy one to add. I will add it to my list.
Maybe I'll find it next time.
Yeah. Okay, so these are $12.36 with tax. And there you go. Thank you so much. Okay, so 3 stickers are $9.68 with tax. Okay, thank you. Hi there. Okay, so it's $12.90 with tax. Okay, and a receipt was emailed to you. Thank you so much. Hi there. Okay, 3 of those. Those 3 pouncers and 3 magnets. Okay, there you go. Thank you so much. Okay, you have the 2 magnets. So they are $10.75 with tax. Okay, and a receipt was emailed to you. So good to go. Thank you so much. Hi there. You have the pouncers. So they are $15.05 with tax. And I'll give you this card too with some play tips. And if you tap the code there, you can get 10% off your first online order. Thank you. Thank you.
Editing Tracy here. I'd been having issues with my little lapel mic the entire day and didn't realize at the time that it stopped working. So I'll just give you a little summary of what I'm saying now. So this is the update an hour into the market, and we made our vendor fee back in the first half hour. So yay! Another check-in an hour later, halfway through the market. It's getting quieter here, and I suspect that this event always starts off strong, especially because the organizer always has free shopping bags for the first 100 customers. And they're like good bags, like usually like canvas ones. So that's understandable. And one more hourly check-in at 3 o'clock. Foot traffic had slowed down quite a bit, so I decided to take a walk and shop. Oh, this vendor is amazing, planted with purpose, so many plant-themed items, and of course I had to get her little cat sticker. And next door is Emily Ruth Prince, so sweet, and her work is all so gorgeous. I'm loving this shirt that I got, and of course there's birds on it. I love birds. I walked around for about a half hour, but you wouldn't know that from the footage because I'm still very self-conscious about recording in public and don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. I do ask before recording if anyone wants to be on camera, but at this point there's a half hour to go and we've almost reached our daily goal. I'm doing some busy work now. One of the things I will do during slow times at a market is stuff my thank you sleeves. Everyone who buys a magnet or stickers or both gets one of these to contain their purchases with this cute little card so they know where to find us online afterwards. And the final update, 5 minutes left. My mom had just made 2 more sales that pushed us over our daily goal. So it was a good day and we are packing up and we'll see you back at the office for a recap.
In a surprise to absolutely no one, we are one of the last vendors here.
My little trash cat reporting for duty. Hello, Miss Pearl. Are we ready to talk about Patchwork Market? Okay. You're such a good girl.
We are back. It is actually Tuesday, so 2 days after the event. I recorded a recap yesterday, but I didn't like it. So I'm recording a new one. So we have run
all of the reports and all the inventory and have thought through everything that went on Sunday. And yeah, so now I have a recap ready to go, and it's a very interesting one. So if you just look at the numbers from this event, it wasn't that great. It was good, but it wasn't a great event. And if I were just to look at the reports and just to look at the numbers, maybe I wouldn't even do it again. But there are many other reasons to do events like this besides just the bottom line. And that's what I'm eager to share with you, because I love this event, even though it has some issues. And the main issue really just is the vendor fee with this one. It doesn't quite align with the amount of sales that the event generates. It aligns with the amount of sales it generates for the holiday markets. This is a market, again, that takes place spring, summer, and then in the winter, so 3 times a year. I feel like it's a good value for the holiday market, but not so much for the others. But totally understand for the organizers, they're still putting in the same amount of work and they still have the same amount of expenses, no matter what time of year it is. So I totally understand that. And total sales wise, this is on par with other monthly markets, just smaller pop-up markets like this that take place this time of year in the summertime. Here in Raleigh in the central North Carolina area, summer isn't peak market season. I find that the spring markets and then the fall markets are the best ones. So summer, I'm usually a bit more picky. I don't do nearly as many of them because of the heat, and the rain is very unpredictable, and there usually just aren't as many people coming out. So they're usually not as worth it. They're a lot more work for not as much outcome. But this event, if you take away, comparing it to big street festivals and things like that, just comparing it to the other smaller monthly market type of events, the sales were pretty much on par with that. And so that's great. But the fee was much higher. So the fee again for this one was over $220. So that's quite a lot, whereas others in this area are typically more in the $100 to $150 top range. So the fee was a lot. And that was again for my larger space too. If I had just gotten a table in the center, that was $125. So that was much less. But I can't sell on just one small table anymore. If there were more opportunities in this area where there were indoor events where you just get one table, which I know is very common in other areas of the country, especially with, artist alley at conventions and things like that, I would work out a display and make that work. But I just don't feel like putting the effort into that because there's just so few opportunities for that to happen that it's just not worth the effort. So before I get into everything that's good about this market, now that I've said the one downer about this market, let's just go through some of the numbers. And I have them on my computer screen. That's why I probably very annoyingly keep looking over in this direction. Let's put on the glasses. 55 sales. So that is good. That is very much on par with the art museum that I just did in June. That one was 59 sales. I did one in April at Raleigh Ironworks. I did 56 there, 67 at another one in March. Like comparing it to all of those other just smaller monthly pop-ups, the number of sales was like really on par with all of those. But the one place that it did exceed is my average sale. This was the highest average sale amount of any market I've done so far this year. So that was amazing. And I will get back to that because I have a guess as to why that is the case at this particular event. And what else? Oh, and it was a magnet day instead of a sticker day. So I have 2 large panels of magnets, 2 large panels of stickers, and it tends to go back and forth whether more stickers will sell or whether more magnets will sell. And by 2 magnets, it was a magnet day. More kickers sold than pouncers. That's not abnormal. Occasionally more pouncers will sell. And then again, I don't keep track of exactly which stickers and magnets are selling as the event is going on. That would just be a nightmare to to keep track of if I had, over 100 stickers, individual stickers that I would have to find in my point of sale terminal, or even if I somehow were able to do barcodes, which would be really cool, and then I could just scan the barcodes. But to put a barcode sticker on every single item, that's just way too much work. So I keep track of inventory with stickers and magnets another way. I would probably do a video on that at the end of the season, because I do it at the end of the spring market season and then at the end of the fall market season to figure out exactly what the most popular stickers or magnets are. But I do keep track of that market to market for the cat toys. So the most popular kickers, it was a 4-way tie. It was the Bat Cats, the Spooky Sweeties with the silver background, the Reading Cats, and the Catstronauts, which is always near the top, if not at the top. So those were the top kickers. And for the pouncers, the most popular were the new Indoorsy set. That makes me so excited. That's one of my new collections this year, and just really, really excited by how popular that has been. And then number 2, of course, is Cat TV, which is one of my oldest collections. And still the Cat TV pouncers are my all-time best-selling cat toy. So I guess that's all the numbers we'll share. And let's get on to what is so great about this market. So Patchwork Market has been around for a while. It predates my business. And it's ideal because it's indoors, which, as I do more market vlogs on this channel, you'll see that that is quite rare for me. There aren't very many indoor events in this area. So that is great. And that's definitely one of the reasons I chose to do this one, and was very grateful to be accepted for this August market, because I don't do many events in the summer. Being indoors is a huge bonus. So that kind of also helps to justify the vendor fee premiums. Like, we're indoors, we didn't have to deal with any of the stress that went into having an outdoor market, whether it be the wind that we've been constantly dealing with, or the rain that just comes out of nowhere this summer, and then of course the heat. So a higher vendor fee and not have to deal with that can make it all worth it. And this event is just organized so well. The organizer is always present, so if you have any issues, that they are right there to help you with them. The whole unloading and loading in and load out at the end, it's just all very well organized, and the communication we get in the days and weeks leading up to the event, like, everything is just top-notch organization. So that also makes it an easy yes, and helps justify a higher vendor fee as well, because that is not the case. There are certain organizers that I just don't do their events anymore around here, because I'm just tired of dealing with issues where I feel like events aren't promoted well, or you go and then you just never even see an organizer or talk to anyone, or they don't want feedback. So a good organizer, I will definitely keep going back and keep applying to those events. And just an incredible selection of artists are always chosen for the event. There's always artists here that I just don't see anywhere else. And it's so inspiring. And like, as a shopper, this is one of the best events that I do all year. Like, if I was not the small business owner, and especially if I lived in Durham, knowing this event happens 3 times a year, no question, I would put this on my calendar and go to all 3 events every single year, because the diversity in the artwork and the talent it's just amazing. I love shopping at this event. And from a vendor's point of view, I just had so many great conversations with other vendors. It was just such a pleasant day. It was just such a great day. The other vendors were so great. And I just left just feeling so fulfilled. You know, I work here alone all week long, and especially in the summer when I'm not doing a lot of events. So I'm not going out every weekend and interacting with other cat lovers and other vendors like that. It just left me with a really good feeling. And that's the sort of thing too that you can't see in a report. It just really boosted my confidence and my creativity and everything to like really get me going now through this week, and I'm sure beyond as well. So I think that's all I wanted to say about Patchwork Market. Part of the reason that yesterday's video didn't work, I don't think, is that I tried to like write a script for it, and it just seemed all very boring. But now I'm wondering if I forgot to say something that I meant to say. Oh yeah, I wanted to come back to that number, the average sale number, and why I think it was so high, which is another reason I did this event, is that I don't get to Durham very often. It's not that far away. It's only a half-hour drive or so. But I don't get to do events in Durham very often. So I don't get to see my Durham regulars very often. And there were just so many yesterday who, you know, they're looking at the cat toys, and I go, you know, start to go into my spiel where I say, yeah, they all have catnip and they crinkle and they're all my original art designs. And so many people respond, oh yeah, I know, my cat loves your toys. And that just happens so much. And so what I think one of the reasons why the average sale was higher was because a lot of people were buying multiple cat toys, because I have a deal where you save if you buy 3 or more. And that was happening a lot. So a lot of the attendees at this event were already familiar with my business, which is another reason to keep going back to the same places. As I branch out to other areas around the state, I find that when I'm in a new area, most people just buy 1 cat toy at a time because they don't know if their cat's going to like it. So it's great to go back to an area and see so many familiar faces and hear that feedback that, you know, their cats love the toys. And so they're going to buy a bunch more, either for their cats or friends or both. So I feel like this is one of the best events that happens in Durham, at least that I've been accepted to. There's other art festivals and things like that that I've never been accepted to. So I don't know how well those would work out, but as far as the events that I have been accepted to, this one is definitely one of the best. So even if that fee to sales ratio is a bit off, it's still worth it. So I will keep going back to events like this where maybe like every aspect of this event isn't ideal, but the sum of the parts is really great. So that is Patchwork Market. I hope you enjoyed coming along. And my rambling recap here. So if you liked it, I would appreciate tapping that like button. That would really help me out. And if you want to see more event vlogs and behind the scenes of a small business, I would love to have you subscribe. I will be posting a video every Friday. So thanks for coming along today, and I'll see you next time.